Hello, and welcome to the sixth race in 5 days for the mystery tournament. Our second today. We have the second losers bracket match coming up. This one is between Kryal and Majarkin, and they are playing an arcade game called Cube. I don't know much about Cube beyond it's an arcade game, so I'll hand over to the two who have played this a little bit to take care of from here, Pokemon and Vi.
Hello. Well, it is the best. Just the best comparison is Breakout, but there is a if you've played Break or Arkanoid, depending on which one you've heard of or played, but there is a little bit of a twist, and we'll see that in just a second here. It's not just basic Breakout. There's
You're a
something
cube!
else.
Oh, sorry, I spoiled it. Damn.
That is true. You are a cube, which is very good. It's one of my favorite geometric shapes. Right after rhombic dodecahedron.
Honestly,
I don't know what I'm talking
more
about.
of a trapezoid fan, but to each their own.
All right.
And
As
we're
you can
off.
see, there is no actual. What is it called? The thing that you move in Breakout.
I think it's just generally people call it the bar. I don't think there's a special name for it. But
No, you control the cube, which automatically goes up and down. You have no control over whether it goes up and down. Well, it will bounce off of things and then go into the other direction. But I mean, the inputs that you have are left and right, and that's basically everything you can do.
also, it's very deceptively fast. It doesn't seem that way necessarily, but it moves up and down at a pretty good clip, and it can easily trip you up once it turns back after you're hitting a block.
Yeah, I think there's some weird gravity going on, and I didn't really figure it out fully, but I think it goes slower at the top of the screen or something. I don't actually know what's going on, but yeah, it is deceptively fast. And you also are there's so many places for me to go, because the platform you go on drops every time, but then the one that previously dropped respawns, so there's always only one hole in that bottom row, and you would think that would make it really easy, but it's really hard to keep track of that while looking at the top of the screen where all the action is. And then sometimes you just get confused and you die, and if you die, you are restarting the level, which is a set amount of lines, basically, some progress that we're making here.
And it's a minor thing, but you notice at the bottom the little platforms as you go on. Didn't get too far, but they change, and the ones to the left and right, at least as you can maybe tell, they've already both moved on, but they've gotten larger. So now if they hit the right or left, there's a much bigger gap for them to fall into.
Correct. There are a bunch of power-ups in the game. We've already seen a couple. Some of them are just points. I don't really see the point of the change one. I think it just makes you small, and then if you get it again, it makes you big again. The ones you're really watching out for are the V, which is the vanish, which just clears the screen if you pick it up, and the A that is currently on both of their screens. If you get that, you start passing through things, and you become an arrow of death. I don't know. Of destruction. There, you can see that.
So game overs and a death are, since we have infinite credits being emulated or being definitely legitimately played on an arcade cabinet,
Sure.
with a lot of tokens, but since we have infinite replay credits, that they're essentially the same thing. But if you don't hit continue, you probably reset the whole thing.
It actually, when the timer runs out, it just keeps going if you have credits left, as far as I know.
Oh, yeah, never let it run out, so
Yeah, there you see it. It looks really stupid, but I promise you, this just happens. Sometimes you just go in the hole, even though there's so many places for you to land, but you're just not paying attention to that. You're looking at the top of the screen where the actual things are that you're hitting.
Well, I didn't think about it until later, but the physics, I believe, work like a proper breakout do. So when you hit things, like going left into it to hit things, you will rebound like you do in a proper breakout. So
Yes.
it's really easy once you're at the bottom of the screen, you're like, oh, I'll just hit this block to my left. And you hit it, and it immediately jerks it back to the position of where you had jumped off, and you just go straight back into the hole.
Yeah, you lose control for a second if you hit something from the side. It'll bounce you in the other direction, and you will not be able to control it for a split second.
The bigger issue with the later stages is every time you hit the platform, the stage scrolls down, or if it's cleared, it'll scroll down to a significant amount so that you can, you don't have to wait for the rest of the stage. But if you try and play it kind of more like regular Breakout and just hit one square at a time, it will quickly catch up to you, and you'll right away take a death.
Yes, we have seen that on Kryal's stream here once, where Kryal did die to the blocks hitting the bottom where that red line is. The game will always make sure that you are I don't know how to explain this. When you empty the screen, the game will insta scroll very far down. So you have stuff, I think, all the way up to the 5th line from the top. It'll always make sure that you have stuff in the 5th line from the top. So there are some strategies there if you're in a hard section to leave stuff lower so it doesn't all come down at once. But yeah, at the end of the day, you just gotta be on top of it. You just gotta think faster that the square moves. Or
so
the cube.
Being on top of it is very good strategy.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, that will happen in some later stages where it's good to make an opening fast and then just get to the top of everything, and it is true.
Or at very least hope for those good old arrow and vanish power-ups.
Oh yes, someone in chat just pointed this out. This is correct. You can see the layout of what's coming up on the right. On the left, by the way, that, I don't know, frickin' jar that is like a jar. It's a cube jar. It looks a little bit more like a rhombic prism. Like, it doesn't look like exactly cube shaped to me, but that's just a perspective thing.
Yeah, it's because it's see-through and the way the lines are drawn.
Yeah. The more that fills up, that also tells you your progress in the current level. Because the level transitions are seamless, it'll just tell you at some point, oh, hello, you're in the next level. It'll change the background or whatever. And on the left, there you can see that it slowly fills up as you get further and further down. And as soon as you clear the screen while the jar is full, that's when you know that you've beaten the level, or that's when you know you're about to beat the level.
So we briefly saw it on Kryal's end, and here we see it again. The floaty cubes. They're a breakable object like any other. However, they do not cause you to game over if they hit the bottom, but they can very easily get in your way and force you back down or up in a weird position.
You can sometimes use them to your advantage because they can hit you up before you hit the bottom, right? Sometimes sometimes they saved me, but most of the time they got in the way.
Yeah.
Level 6 is one I will say. I feel very validated right now. I thought it was just hot ass at the game, but these players are also having trouble with level 6 a little bit. So that does feel a little bit validating.
Yeah,
for me,
26
who also got
seems to be a pretty lofty goal for this. Yeah. It's looking pretty tough.
It is.
Yeah.
It is generally okay. Probably for a goal because you just have to do it once, and if you do it once, you never have to look back. There's a checkpoint.
Yeah.
And most levels are fine, but there are some that I struggled on as well, like this one.
Like, I'm just wondering if there's any difference between some of these types of blocks. Like, obviously or maybe it's going pretty fast, so it's hard to tell, but the white blocks have to be hit twice.
I think 3 times, actually.
Three times, yeah. But multiple times before they break. And I know some have symbols that you can change, like, if you chain colors together, you get more points, which isn't exactly relevant for these runners, but I'm wondering if, like, the other square shapes change how the cube reacts when they hit them.
Not sure. There are definitely some hidden mechanics in this game that I didn't fully work out. I sometimes the game would behave in a way that I didn't completely understand. And I never did understand. I'm sure someone could write a PhD about the exact
the
PhD
cubal
thesis.
physics of this game.
Exactly. We didn't really talk about this, but our runners have been like neck and neck the whole time. I don't think we've ever really seen someone pull ahead. Obviously, both of them are stuck here now and have been for a little bit. But even earlier, I didn't really see much of a difference. I guess it's going to come down to these slightly more difficult stages, like stage 6. And for me, I actually had to stop playing and before I beat it, which was stage 11. 11 was kind of difficult for me. And after that, I'm sure there are other stages that are similarly difficult.
Yeah,
it's definitely not a smooth difficulty curve, though.
I definitely didn't playtest too much. I just wanted to get a general idea. But yeah, it definitely seems like the type of game that really has, like, because it's just essentially they make it picture, and that's what they call a stage. So it's not necessarily that they intentionally make any of them too much harder or easier than the rest.
Kryal is on level 7, by the way.
We got jars now.
Yeah, we do. I don't know what option does. Does that say in the paste bin? Like, it just makes things weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cube will destroy any block in one hit. I didn't really notice that, but I guess with option you can hit the white blocks once and they will go.
Seems a little easy. So we've got some wonderful.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've got some wonderful background images of. It's like some European areas.
Yeah, it looks kind of Greek, maybe.
I was thinking maybe Spain too.
Something like that. Mediterranean for sure. It looks like Windmill Isle from Sonic Unleashed to me. But with what I just said, that there are a lot of hidden mechanics in this game that I didn't fully understand. I do like that the paste bin is similarly unsure. It has all the power-ups here, and for P it says, just points, I think. It does not inspire confidence, but...
And I'm sure points eventually give you a life, so...
Yeah, it's probably good if you're actually using real quarters on this.
Which we totally are. Totally.
For sure.
You know, we had a lot of work in it for us. We, you know, went to their houses, set up arcade cabinets, you know, even got them stream ready, you know.
Yeah. Set up a unregistered hypercam for some reason. That's just I've seen that on Kryal stream. It's just a joke, right? Like, it's just a Kryal meme. Like,
well, yeah, but also unregistered hypercam 2 is goat.
I did used to use it for my Let's Plays. It would always desync the audio. I don't know if anybody else had that problem. I had to manually fix it in Windows Movie Maker.
Put a cool transition in. Everyone will be like, yeah, that's flair.
Gotta fund the tournament somehow. Yeah, right. We're gonna take these quarters and they're gonna go into the funding of the tournament.
I mean, look, if we actually got a quarter for every time they ran out of stock, we'd actually probably end up with a significant amount of money.
The blue background, white text intro via Movie Maker. Yes, I've done that too.
And you gotta do like a cool fade in or fade out.
Isn't it? Can I just say? I know this has nothing to do with the game, but it's wild to me that everybody used to pay like 60 euros for the software that can record games, and now we all just do with OBS for free. I'm talking about Fraps, by the way. I don't know if any of you remember Fraps.
Yo,
I do.
I remember Fraps. I remember how often, like, how many sites there were to get like cracked Fraps, right? It was like the only recording thing out there, and everyone wanted it, and no one wanted to pay for it.
I could go for a frap, yeah, sure. We do see a pretty big difference at this point. While we were talking about silly things, oh no, Kryal. While we were talking about silly things, Majarkin hasn't made it out of level 6 still, while Kryal has made it all the way to stage 9 here, or level 9. Which is also giving Kryal some trouble now. I had a little bit of trouble at this stage, not as much as 6 or 11, but...
Kryal, you've got to throw so I get my points. That's how this works, you know?
I found the easiest thing on this stage, on stage 9, to just try to get that vanish. It's really hard, but if you get it, it clears the whole screen. I don't know if Kryal is exactly aware of that, probably, or maybe he doesn't remember. Maybe he thinks it's not worth going for. I don't know. Of course, we can't look into these runners' heads. But what I would do at this point is get out and get the vanish.
But then again, getting out and getting the vanish isn't quite as easy as we'd like.
Yeah, it might seem like not that. It is very doable. It looks very scary, but it's pretty doable. Also, hoo-ah!
Game over. Yeah, when I started the game, I may have inserted 99 credits before starting.
I think I inserted 50, but I was thinking about 99 as well. Until I learned, I believe you can put in more while the continue screen is going on. I think you can quickly put in another one.
Oh yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a proper arcade cabinet if it couldn't.
True. Majarkin finally making it out of level 6, by the way. Could have an easy time catching up here if Kryal can't make it through this stage, although I think he's doing better this time.
Yo, Majarkin's got that arrow, though.
The arrow is very good, of course. No, Kryal died on the later part of level 9? That is so unfortunate. A later, easier part, but it happens so fast. Kryal getting some strats now. Yeah, you do develop some stuff as you're playing.
Yeah, definitely being small is the strat, though. Like, if you can stay small, you want to. I wonder. Haven't considered it, but I'm pretty sure I saw the silver, like white silver blocks, whatever you want to call them, be destroyed in only a couple hits. What if when you're big, they break faster. No,
Maybe.
I'm just
I do know
wrong.
that if you have option, the O power up,
Yeah.
they die in 1. But other than that, I don't know. Yeah, that was 3.
Yeah, 20 minutes in on level 9 is... Yeah, this is definitely going to be on the longer side for sure.
I mean, the predicted outcome here, right, would be for this to take about an hour if the game keeps being about as difficult as it has been. We're on level 10 now. Kryal making it out finally, just chunking away at it, making some strategies. I don't know how I feel about Kryal. I haven't seen Majarkin do this either yet, but I don't know how I feel about Kryal not rushing those vanish ores, because that's what I always did. I found some way. I ignored everything else and just found a way to get the vanish like that. That's what I would usually do. So
I mean,
I maybe spoke too soon.
as soon as you got the strategy for it, without the vanish, you don't necessarily need to go for it.
Yeah,
I
it
think
seems
that's
faster
what-
though.
Yeah, it's definitely faster, but I think Kryal's going for try to figure out consistent way to clear fields
That makes
so
sense.
that he doesn't necessarily have to rely on the vanishes.
Level 11. This is the one I didn't beat. I probably could have with a couple more attempts, but I had to start getting ready for this.
So those orange ones look like PlayStation logos.
They do! You're right. Oh no, Kryal clearing the whole screen and then falling in the one wide gap. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, the arrow is kind of like the screw attack, I guess. It is very powerful. Just jump into things. I can see the comparison.
For attack, but you don't have to worry about using space jump.
Ooh, Majarkin, you're getting kind of close, but you're in a good position now. Majarkin is in a good position.
But yeah, as we've been talking, Majarkin has done a good job catching up. Only a level behind now.
We're in another like European city. Is this like Venice or something?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't think it's Venice, but it does have that river through the city, stone brick, very European aesthetic. I don't think anybody's looking at this and going, "Oh, this is not Europe."
Yeah, definitely that era of architecture, just multiple different places.
The stream is now GeoGuessr.
Alright, Melrose, where's your GeoGuessr skills? Calling all Melroses.
Oh, Majarkin very good with the strategy here of making space on the left so that he can get around on top of things. It's probably going to get to the... Oh, that was close. Yeah, is now at the same stage. Still has the arrow for a couple of these, which is probably good. Oh, it runs out right there.
I imagine there's enough of a buffer time between the stages that you generally won't be able to keep any arrow power-ups if they are at the right place for that. Like, it's seamless, but there's definitely a small delay of stage loading.
I think Kryal in a better position here than ever before to beat this stage. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the stage cleared here for Kryal. Yep, that's
Yeah.
stage 11, and from now on it's blind for me. I don't know what's going on anymore. Well,
Yo,
it's
he's
probably
got
going to be.
option. Oh, Ooh, he's gotta thread that up there to clear him out.
There's such a snow like one mistake can snowball within like the fraction of a second. Like you just get bumped back down, up, down, up, down, up, down, because the thing comes down and you're just dead, just immediately. It's it can be rough, for sure.
I feel like definitely on the later stages, strategic saving of certain blocks so you can like bounce back on them to get above will probably become useful.
I think Kryal now doing a very good job of doing this a little bit more patiently. You just gotta stay on top of it. Literally and figuratively.
I think there's some of it that you have to treat, like you have to put the cube in a position and then treat it like regular breakout.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't keep trying to force it one way.
Majarkin, by the way, making it through stage 11 almost on the first try, where Kryal took a long time on it, and I also took a long time on it. And through that, has
Rushed
now
through
caught
level
up.
12 as well.
They're both on the same level now. It looks like Majarkin's gonna die here, but that's fine. Dying early is not so bad. There's an arrow power-up for Kryal there. That's good. I don't understand why sometimes they give you, like, if all that option does is hit the white blocks in one hit, I don't understand why sometimes they give you option when there's no white bricks. It seems a little strange, but wonder if it does something else as well. Kryal is on stage 14 at this point, so Majarkin is still a little bit behind. Kryal, be careful! Oh yeah, that's the end. Didn't even die to the thing, but did die to falling in the hole. That's funny.
Majarkin just barely squeaking out of there.
And I think that is... Oh, it isn't the end of the level.
No, you have
dangerous.
at least get that. Yeah, you gotta get that next.
The arrow seems pretty important there to me. There's just so much going on. No real way to sneak in anywhere. I'm gonna say that, yeah, you probably have to get the arrow. Both of them on stage 14.
Oh, right down the hole.
The scream is very funny. Generally, this game has a little bit of Back to the Future on NES vibes, where it's just like they put a bunch of objects in the game. Like, we're just gonna take some backgrounds of like European cities, and then we're gonna have like sometimes have treasure chests, sometimes we're gonna have, I don't know, jars, whatever you could think of, that like objects that contain other things or whatever.
Can you identify all the buses in this picture?
It's a captcha. Oh no.
Oh, Kryal, no! He was like one line pushed down, and he would have finished that. And Majarkin pulling ahead, though.
Oh, we're seeing it here. Kryal with a sometimes more explosive plays here, but Majarkin just coming through.
Yeah, I don't know about any of their experiences with breakout type games, but I wonder if this is just Majarkin having a better handle of these games in general, but learn the concepts of this initially slower, or what? But yeah, it's like has been consistently clipping through stages now, already on 16.
Ooh, I think if I were Majarkin here, I wouldn't get that vanish for a little bit. I would have probably tried to destroy that lower block first, so the blocks start coming down again, and then maybe even hit against the block a couple of times, so the stage comes down even further. I think that might be a good plan here. Don't get that vanish too early.
It's like he's thinking that as well.
Yeah, he's leaving it. This is what I would do,
There it is.
and then getting it as soon as it is so low that you can't do anything else with it.
That's close, but he got in.
Spooky,
so
but yeah,
like
he's in.
fine.
He's in. He just gotta get in. Hacker voice. I'm in.
Hacked into the mainframe.
You know, the meme is hacker voice. I'm in. What the heck is a hacker voice? I just did like generic like villain voice, like I'm in.
I don't know how like prevalent a thing it is now, but there is a, or what is, well, it still is, it still exists, is a movie called Hackers.
Hmm.
And that's where a lot of the modern ideas of what hacking looked like come from.
Majarkin's
Real
solidly in the
issues.
lead now.
Real issues with 14.
That part looks rough
Mm-hmm.
on
God,
Majarkin's side.
you just somehow gotta wedge yourself in there. There's no hope.
Kryal almost beating the stage. Oh no, we're not done yet. He's got to get the vanish. You just got to get that vanish. You got to get
Oh, you got
up
the
there.
15 anyway, so it's fine. It's
Oh, there we
fine.
go. Ooh, Majarkin, careful. Threading the needle a bit there. On the platforms at the bottom, with the hole at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That seems hard. You probably need to get in where there's 2 normal blocks, because the white blocks take 3, so... But even then, it seems difficult.
yeah.
Majarkin just kind of going like, I don't need this vanish. Oh no, actually, I really like that strat. Get the vanish, hit the ground, so new rows of blocks start coming from the top, and then actually pick up the vanish. That's a really good strat. That's a really good speed strat. I'm really liking the way that Majarkin is approaching this here, and trying to figure out strategies where you can get past sections. Like, not going, hey, I figured out one way to do this section, so I'm always going to do it that way. No. On a always thinking about how can I do this section, this earlier section that I've done a million times, even faster than I've been doing it. I really like that.
This, it looks like he is on the track. I think that will put him to 17.
There you go. As Kryal was just about to catch up and is now on stage 16. Is
Look at
the
that
vanish going to vanish the
Nice.
vanish? It did vanish the vanish, but it also released the vanish.
There's a lot of vanishes on this stage.
Oh my god. We're on level 18.
18.
Well, goodbye. It was nice knowing you for 10 seconds there. Level,
I can see why
17.
26 is an okay goal looking at this kind of stuff.
Yeah, level 17 did just vanish, Yoshi. It's true.
And so far, honestly, looking at what's coming up for 18 doesn't look that bad, really.
Yeah. It can be a little bit annoying with those side, like the tilted squares. Those ones, the diamonds. Because I sometimes wasn't sure like what direction they're exactly gonna send me, but it does seem like if you hit them from above, they generally will send you in some other direction, but also up, which is good.
Yeah, enough for you to reallocate yourself into the right direction. Didn't they give you an arrow as well?
I'm gonna say that they probably didn't spend that much time on like making sure that the level design has like a good difficulty curve or anything. I think they just like made levels, and we're like, this is good enough.
This is good old arcade console days of. This is probably a little bit later era than some, but it's still arcade. And really, the only thing is have a couple really difficult stages that'll pinch their quarters.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, that's my phone. But
Same alarm.
oh, I mean it's just the standard freaking Android one, right?
The ghost will come and get you for that. But also, Kryal taking a clip, getting up here to 18 already.
It's definitely not over or anything.
Oh no.
I do like Majarkin's approach. It seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders with how he keeps improving at these stages until he ultimately gets past them. But you can't deny that sometimes a little bit more explosive plays is what you really need. Majarkin making it to level 20 now. We're getting closer.
Tightening the lead here.
Always worth remembering that these runners do not know where the other person is at. We can definitely tell here that Majarkin is in the lead, but Majarkin doesn't know that. Majarkin might be thinking still about how long he took on stage 6.
Yo, got to level 21.
Woo! Very close there. But he
Right
will
at
even
the-
beat the screen here probably because is in a good position now.
No, I mean after he clears this, he'll be fine. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see where things keep going. Does
Got
still have
a
the
little-
option, so the thing destroyed itself in one hit.
got Starburst jars surrounded by the disco balls here. They really are those colors. About to say, if he keeps this up, he would have beaten the stage, but
Sometimes it hits you fast. Life comes at you fast, you know? With this game in particular.
all you gotta do is scream.
Exactly.
Like, that only makes me think of, like, just, I don't know, like, just about any generic screaming, falling guy in old arcade things.
It's true.
It is pretty Wilhelm adjacent, I'd say.
And with that, I think... Oh, no. I thought Kryal made it through level 20. Oh, no, but dies at the end of 20. Oh, no. Like this, it's the commentator's curse. I spoke too soon.
How could you do this to Kryal? Do this to Kryal more. I want to win my points.
No, I want to win my points. I want to win my points. Yeah, Majarkin doing really well here right now. He's gonna never die again and totally not fail 20 times on one stage. That would never happen to him. I guess it worked.
What? What do you mean I woke up the dog? I don't have those powers.
Ah!
Now there's some
I
kind
think
of
that was a good
stone
one.
archway.
Ooh, be careful, Kryal.
It's interesting to think there's only 5 stages left after this one for Majarkin's in.
Yeah.
It felt like we just went to, oh, this is gonna take a long time to, oh, they're about done here.
No, Kryal, you just had to hit the ground!
Ooh.
Oh, that was so sad. Oh no, that's terrible. Jargon on a pretty hard stage here. It gives you a change at the beginning so you can become small, and then it expects you to go through really tight gaps. I think this could be another bottleneck for both of these runners, and is definitely giving Kryal some time to catch up here, although he will then be facing the same problem, of course, that Majarkin has already gained some experience with. Gotta get in there. Yes.
There we go.
As Kryal makes it to 21 as well now.
Kryal fair. Oh, there's a vanish. That's it. Level 20.
22, yeah.
Straight into it.
I think Kryal was already small and then picked up a change. I wasn't really looking. You do definitely want to be small for this. Well, you always want to be small, but you definitely want to be small for this section. I don't think there's any other way to beat it.
Yeah, it looks definitely.
Oh!
There might be a way to do it while larger, but I can't think of one, at least.
At that point, you'd have to make like your own path, because you can't get through the path the game wants you to go through at that point, probably.
That's slow at a very good time for Majarkin, giving him just enough time to get back on his feet. Looks like we'll be going on to stage 23. As long as he gets that, bam.
Yeah, we could see no more difficult stages. That is possible. It's also possible that there will be another difficult stage that Majarkin gets stuck on, giving Kryal some time to catch up.
Kryal just squeaks through level 21 much faster than it took Majarkin to get through it.
Yeah.
That saves him a lot of time, but he's still got to get through 22 to catch up. Oh, coming up to the real hard part of this stage.
Gotta get up there at some point. No.
Yeah,
He
he was up there for a bit, but couldn't control himself and stay there. That slow there, I feel, is essential to beating that stage.
Majarkin doing the correct.
Oh, just right through the gap.
Yeah, Majarkin correctly choosing to get one change orb whenever possible and then ignore all the subsequent ones. Specifically dodging them when they do appear, right? Like right here. Is trying to not get it as much as possible.
But it hurts him too much in the end and ends up taking the L instead.
Whereas Kryal doesn't seem to be valuing this change orb here at all. Isn't even getting it at all.
I think you end up hitting more squares when you're big in the end, so there's value to keep it off.
Kryal, no.
And I always feel like normally with an action-filled game, you have a lot to talk about, but it's weird to say stuff about Breakout.
It is, well, they haven't really been introducing any new mechanics since the start of the game. I do know that there's one power-up we haven't seen, but that's it. That's one power-up we haven't seen. And after that, nothing. Can only really talk about the specific stages that they're on and strategies on how you might beat them. But they've both been
really
stuck
hit
on
those
their own
blocks.
yeah, they're both stuck in their own personal hell right now. Majarkin's personal hell is one stage ahead of Kryal's personal hell.
Kryal's got those tropical starburst colors.
Gotta get
I don't
up
know if there's
there.
any
Yes. Oh, be careful, Majarkin. No, couldn't stay up because of a triangle. The triangles, the tricky triangles.
Triangles are my favorite shape.
They're pretty good, you know. The most stable, I think the only stable geometric shape, really. 2D geometric shape.
As long as
All
they
the other
don't-
ones.
Like, as long as they don't have sine, cosine, and tangent on them, they're my friend. But the second they got those, can't be dealing with any of that.
Also, what most games are made of nowadays. I have actually heard recently, or like I learned in a class, that there are some games that actually use quads instead of polygons, or like not polygons, so triangles. It's polygons. But
24 now. Ooh, and Kryal makes
Kryal
23.
exactly at the same time, basically. That's so funny. Let's see how much longer or shorter Kryal takes on this stage. But at this point, we're back in another position where Kryal doesn't know what's going on Majarkin's side, but Kryal, like, if you want Kryal to win, you have to hope for another difficult stage to come up, because there's some that these players have just been flying through. And if there's three 17s coming up, then there's no way for Kryal to win here anymore.
It's not
but-
how math works.
What do you mean? It's
There's no
23,
sine, cosine,
17,
tangent.
17, 17.
There's no sine, cosine, tangent. I know that. Also, Kryal already on 24. Just
That's
years through 23.
Oh
like
my
nothing.
goodness. What about secant, cosecant, and cotangent? Well, I raise you hyperbolic sine, cosine, and tangent. Yeah,
And
that was
Kryal's
wild.
just-
First try.
Kryal's just refusing to let up and let Majarkin keep a solid lead. And already he's making dies just then, but he was making pace to be ahead of Majarkin already.
Yeah, I thought for sure that Kryal would beat that there. But like I said, it's always like it's such a sad and silly way. And it looks so stupid. Like again, it looks so stupid on restream, but you actually wouldn't believe how easy it is. These runners are not just like bad or anything. It happened to me too, and it would happen to you too. It's just you have so little time to react, and there's a part of it where I think I'm trying to make this. How do I say this without it sounding extremely bad? It's just when there is a gap and I am controlling a thing, I want to. My brain subconsciously wants to go in the gap and not.
We must go in the hole. Return where we. Wait.
I was trying so hard. I was trying so hard.
Oh, now I'll just dig a hole and bury myself there. Easy.
Yeah, I meant cinch, caution, tench.
It might take me like.
But then you take my 75% chance of winning, and then add 66 and 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Now see, that's real math right there.
True. That is how it works. As a
Numbers don't
programmer,
lie.
I will tell you that that's how we do math in computer science. You know, engineers math. Where pi equals e equals 3.
Majarkin having that triangle at the bottom couldn't get there. Yeah, also on stage 25, that really made it like Majarkin tends to get like blocked all in like one specific area on a stage for a long time, and then the second he gets past that tends to be fine.
Oh, there's an arrow. I didn't even notice that when Majarkin
Yeah,
got through
that's
here.
like once Majarkin got that, like you're pretty much clear. So Kryal's definitely hitting onto stage 25 now.
He's gonna get to use that arrow for a little bit longer on the first try here. Only on the first though.
It doesn't really get you through the more difficult parts of the stage though, sadly.
Yeah, that's true.
Does get him a little bit caught up to where Majarkin is on it though, so.
Careful, Kryal. The next one kills you. Ah,
Ooh,
they
looks
needed
like
to
Majarkin-
eventually get that right one. Oh, Majarkin's looking good here. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
this
That's the end of the
looks like
stage.
The end of 25, leading Majarkin to the last stage of this match.
Oh, the preview of the next one looks horrendous, though. What's going on there? Oh, but those arrows on the left? No, they're not.
Oh, they're just red. But actually, that's T. There's the last power up. T.
Oh my goodness!
What does T do? I didn't read. Hit the T.
He doesn't even try to get the T. Oh no!
What's the T do? Other than be leaf water.
Yoshi, I like that. Yeah, that's the yeah Majarkin going on T blockers here.
Looks like. Oh, is that good? Apparently, T is a twin block.
That is correct. I didn't want to spoil it. I had read it in the document.
I think if Majarkin's read
Majarkin!
this, and like it doesn't give a good description of what it does, I don't think I'd go for it. Because what if you get the T block and every block, square that hits causes the stuff to move down?
I mean, I think you want to try it once at least to see if that's how that works. But if it is, then yeah, I agree you wouldn't want it. Majarkin having a lot of trouble here. There is still a chance. The stage does seem difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult enough. It does seem like Majarkin, and this might be the difference maker, has mostly been able to work. Like, I don't think I've seen Majarkin accidentally die to the gap in a while, but more so to the stage going down to the bottom. Whereas Kryal is still often accidentally yeeting it back into the hole. And as soon as I say that, Majarkin proves that I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think it's on this stage you want to keep those silvery blocks as long as you possibly can, so that you can just kind of bounce off them.
The speed up? What do you mean by the speed up? I'm pretty sure that the stage just becomes faster as you play.
No, you can speed up the cube.
Oh,
with the
okay.
Speed up button. But...
Oh, I didn't even know that there was a speed up button. Sorry. Oops. Well,
it's hard to tell.
I do read these paste bins when I'm the one playing, okay? I promise. I just not fully when I'm not the one playing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the speed up button, because I think as you get, like, the longer you stay in the air without hitting the base, the faster you start going.
Speed up? It
Also-
does, wait, where does it say something about a speed up? Oh, A. Okay, yeah. That does look like normal gameplay to me, because sometimes the cube just becomes fast without you doing anything. But, potentially. We're both on the final stage now! As Kryal, technically ahead right now. Obviously with less knowledge of what's coming up, but... It all comes down to this. Oh, the twin just seems amazing.
Yeah.
It just spawns a thing. Okay.
Kryal stage?
Majarkin is ignoring? Oh, I thought Majarkin was ignoring it.
Kryal stage is flipped.
Yeah, that's kind of strange, right? Oh, Majarkin, I think that's it. I think that's the final block of the stage.
Yep, that
And
is
that's it.
a close victory for Majarkin.
I think the worst part is I think Kryal's gonna make it.
Yep, no, this is probably a win for Kryal. He's got option, and he's got the second orb, or cube. As long as Kryal doesn't fall here, it would have been, yep, there it is. Couple hits here.
No! Kryal literally just won as well. That is wild. I don't believe that. Oh my goodness.
That was a nice, tight race.
Oh no, that was, I'm looking at the race room, it was 28 seconds. 28 seconds making the difference here.
Morning.
And as we get Kryal in here and Majarkin.
Majarkin. First of all, GG to you, Majarkin.
Thanks. That I got stuck on level 6 for like so long. I'm like, why hasn't he finished? Why hasn't he finished?
Oh, I can tell you, because Kryal, and you're not even going to remember this stage because you got it through it first try, but Kryal got stuck on stage 11.
I don't remember any of the stages, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, that's fair, but I do remember that we were talking about Kryal getting stuck on stage 11, and you, Majarkin, just kind of like you did that. You first tried stage 11, and we were just like, oh my god! And from that point on, you were ahead with Kryal always getting this close to overtaking again. But
Neither of you remember stage 17, though.
Oh no. You just hit the thing and you go past it. And then 18, you hit another one and you go past it. I'm like, okay.
that was pretty wild. But what did you think overall of Ball Cube?
It's a
You're
game.
so
It's
yeah, it's a
interesting.
game. So your left and right inputs when you hit a block add to your speed vertically, and that
Yeah.
threw me off so much.
Oh,
Also,
interesting.
when it's going that fast, right? It's going up and down so fast. My mind is just going, "What's different on the bottom?" And I kept just directing it direct into the empty one. I'm like, ah.
Yup, we were talking
Yeah.
about that here too. Like I played it a little bit too, and I hit it in the hole all the time because I think like you have a split second to react after it's coming down. You're looking at the top of the screen, then you look at the bottom of the screen, and you have like a split second to make a decision. And if I have a split second to make a decision, my first instinct is to get the thing in the gap and not in the gap.
Thread the needle. Let's go.
Well, it's also the other games that use a ball and you're moving the blocker, right? Whatever those are.
Yeah.
You're going to the blocker. So what's different? Oh, the blocker, and you go on this. Oh, what's different? Oh, the hole. Oh.
When you get like the movie
Exactly.
blocks, like those are the worst. It's like,
So-
would you like to die now? You just get blocked.
Interesting fact. I don't know what caused it, but on stage 26, for whatever reason, your stages were mirrored.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like, yeah, for whatever
What?
reason, like the blocks were all arranged the exact same, but mirrored.
We
Huh.
don't really know why, but I don't know.
Like,
What happened
y'all
there?
didn't do anything different.
I guess it's just
so-
like to enhance the quarter matching potential of the game.
Probably.
Maybe.
'Cause oh my god, if we were paying money, holy shit.
It's different now.
I'm glad I just spammed the thing before I started the game. I put like 50 and I used like half.
Yeah.
I just like kept pumping.
You got a
So I was
good
like, I'm dying so
99 in
many
there,
times.
didn't ya?
I did go for a cheeky 99. I just like topped it up.
Very good, very good. It's a power fantasy of all of us to have. Wait, can somebody calculate this? What's 99 divided by 4? It's like 24. Yeah, a big
it's-
power fantasy for all of us to have $24.75 to our name to spend on arcade games.
Yeah,
In
exactly,
quarters,
99.
Still not be able to finish any of the fighting games.
Probably not. Yeah, but I mean, we did kind of I kind of remarked on the game that it's very much like, hey, here's a bunch of random objects, and then we're just taking background pictures of European cities. Like, it's definitely like a very thrown together game. I feel like the mechanics are fine, like they work or whatever,
Yeah,
but everything
jerky,
else
like,
is
they're
very.
good.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Everything
the
else
odd
is just-
shapes though, like circles and triangles and stuff. Ah.
I think diamonds were the worst.
Oh,
Yeah.
the steel diamonds. It's like, oh my
Steel
god.
ones, yeah.
One thing I did learn about halfway through, they almost always give you the change size to the smaller size when you're going to need it. Like at the
Yeah.
beginning of the level
Yeah,
when you're
and
going
then
to
they'll
need it.
give
And I
you
started
another
going,
one
oh,
that ruins you.
yeah, another one later to troll you, but
Yeah. It did seem like you sometimes really needed that small one for sure.
yeah, you couldn't clear enough blocks to really get it stuck in there with the big one on some stages.
It's true. It's true. And then the surprise final power up showing up on the last stage.
The goated twin.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that thing was destroying
was
when
the
I
way.
finally got it.
absolutely.
Well, like,
Well,
I think it killed me once as well, because it's like, it like ruined my route. Because I was gonna bounce off a block, and it's like, oh, that's not there anymore. Guess I'm gonna fall down and then like hyper bounce, and the screen scrolls down, and I die.
I will. One more thing about the game. How did you all enjoy? Ah! Every time you died.
on like the bummer die scale, it's like it's slightly below them. If anyone's got the sweetened over the squirrel lore from groups, it's good, but it's not the best death sound I've had in this tournament.
I see. I
Alright.
see.
So now I must ask, Kryal, how do you feel now that you are free to speedrun Mega Man?
Feels good. I'm gonna destroy my hands and end up in hospital. but I'll be happy doing so.
I see. And Majarkin, you're clawing your way back for another chance at glory. Moving on to losers round 2, where you will face either Carp or Download.
Oh
Was it
joy!
one of those in your group?
Yeah, download.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that.
Certain games I did better than him. Certain games I got destroyed. So that's I'd rather face Carp because I've played against Download enough.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I know Download's really scary when it comes to like side-scrolling, action-y type games.
And those are the ones I am trash at. So
Yeah. Gotta
Hey,
pray for a
give me-
good one there.
give me a shooter, and I can upset anyone. Anyone.
Yeah.
You want something like Exademon like we had in the...
Sure, that one was a
The
little
demon
bit.
was sweet.
Yeah.
What was the one before that?
There's another
You had a
shooter
different.
type thing,
Oh
wasn't there?
yeah, another shooter. I forget what it was called, but we had the laser gun thing.
Fair enough.
I have this somewhere. I can find it.
That
Well,
one was fun.
I kept all of them.
to be fair, in terms of genre diversity, I don't know if we've had like a arcade puzzly type thing like this. Like, I don't think we've had like a game that's kind of like Breakout or Tetris or Puyo Puyo or anything like that, which this kind of game kind of fits into. Although it's a little bit more skill based than something like Puyo Puyo, which is a little bit more brain based. But yeah, it was something different for sure.
It
playing-
wasn't terrible, just wasn't great or good or I don't know.
Yeah.
It was stressful. That's all.
All right. Well, I think with that, we should be about good here.
Yeah. Geez. Looking forward to it. We don't have anything else scheduled, but last time I said that, we got 3 more in the next 2 days. So,
Well, I can't do any more, so
There are only 4
Blame everyone
schedulable
else now.
matches now.
yeah, there are only 4 races left available to schedule, so...
And I think personally, I'm gonna wait. Like, I don't wanna go into losers bracket when one of the people for the match that comes before that in losers bracket isn't even decided yet. I think I'm gonna wait for Carp versus Download before I schedule my match with Worm.
Fair. Very fair. But yeah, so as far as I know, nothing else planned on the schedule. That could change. That has changed the last like 3 times I've said that, but as far as I know, nothing else planned on the schedule. So we might try to get a group game going at some point in a call. And I guess outside of that, in case I haven't seen, and I'm sure most of you have because it was pinged about a bunch of times in Discord, we've started work on the next quiz night, so if you're interested in taking part in those, get the interest check form done, just to kind of find out what games I should include questions on. I'm looking forward to that one. I have some spicy ideas that I'm looking forward to. Which anyone who knows the previous quizzes will be scared to hear, but you know, that's always the fun, right?
Spicy meat the bottom.
Yes. Thanks.
Here to help.
And with that, I don't think that's really anyone to go raid, so I am gonna call it there. Thanks
Obviously,
for...
we should raid Kryal.
Oh yeah, Kryal's playing Battle
Not
Cube, whatever
tonight.
that is.
Oh, I'm still alive. I'll fix that.
No, yeah. I'll trust you all to find your own self-raid. I was supposed to be self-raid as opposed to just watching another stream. Yes, I will trust everyone to go and find their own way from here. But thank you all for watching. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you, Vian Pokemon, for the commentary. Thank you, Kryal and Majarkin, for the race.
GG's,
And-
win it for me.
Yeah, GG's.
And yeah, unless anyone else has anything to add, I think we're all good here.
1+1.
What?
+2.
Thank you for your insightful.
Well, we were talking math, so
Alrighty. Okay, Chelsea. Just hanging out, everyone.
Goodbye.